Hi everybody, it's Jewelchic Daily Happiness video number 24. So today is an example of finding, well, the bright side, or just finding some good or some happiness in a day that is kind of a sad day for me. So on this day last year, I lost one of my closest friends, Lisa. We grew up together. I met her when I was 4. There was another one of us, Pip. I knew her since I was 3, so they were my 2 oldest friends. Pip passed away from ALS. Lisa and I kind of went up and visited her in Queensland when she was dying. And then I remember saying to Lisa, God, one day it'll be one of us at the other one's funeral and all that sort of stuff. And you have those silly talks. God, little did I know it would be so close. So I was in Switzerland this time last year when Lisa passed away. And I got such a shock because I had no idea that she was feeling like that, or that she was sad, or, you know, admittedly she was living in Perth and I hadn't seen her for a few years, but we spoke on the phone. I'd only spoken to her maybe a month or 2 beforehand, and she was telling me how she loved to dance and put on her headphones and just dance and all that sort of stuff. So she sounded okay to me, and she had a hairdressing business and she was a great hairdresser, super duper great. So this is her. This is Lisa. That's on her wedding day. She wasn't married, you know, in the end, but we're still friends. That's Lisa and I. So at her, I couldn't be at her funeral because I was in Switzerland, and her family held the funeral on the beach in Perth, and I wrote something and her brother read it out, which I was so grateful for because I really felt terrible that I wasn't there. It made me feel terrible. So they read that out and I was really pleased. And then we had a memorial for her in Geelong where we all grew up, I don't know, maybe a month or 2 later. Anyway, at this memorial, the guy who'd put it together and had done a beautiful video montage, including all the friends, like a lot of work went into this. He played it to that song Choir by Guy Sebastian. Now, some of you from overseas won't know this song, so look it up because it is beautiful. And it's kind of happy and bouncy, but sad at the same time. So I associate that song with Lisa because it is about suicide. And I actually was lucky enough to meet Guy Sebastian last year. And I said to him, oh God, that song really got to me. And he goes, you have no idea how many people have said that, because he wrote it because a family member also did the same thing. So it had a special meaning for him too. So I didn't know that. Anyway, so I wake up this morning, it's July the 5th. I'm very aware that it was the day of Lisa's passing, and I was like, oh, far out. So as I head out the door to go on my morning walk, you know how you look at your phone and you see stuff on Facebook. So I saw this Guy Sebastian thing with some rainbowy kind of stuff in the background, but didn't really think anything of it, hadn't put the two things together. Now, I think that Zoe, my daughter, I think Dad sends messages to me and sometimes I miss them, and then Zoe goes, Mum, hey, da-da-da, and I go, oh my God. So anyway, I'm out on my walk and Zoe sends me this same clip that I'd just seen on Facebook as I headed out the door. So I had a coffee and I had a look at it, and it was Guy Sebastian singing Choir, but wait for it. So he surprised a whole group of school kids who decided they would learn the words to this song, and they were just singing in their gym at school and all that sort of thing. And then Guy Sebastian walked in and he was singing the song. So the kids are like, oh my God, you know, that one of those really happy surprise things where the kids are like, oh, screaming and all that sort of stuff. It was lovely. But what really made me, and now I'm getting goosebumps telling it, and I know this will sound a bit silly to some of you, but I like to believe in signs, and so this is my sign for the day. So behind the kids were millions of rainbows, like they'd all drawn rainbows. I just can't think that that's not a sign. Zoe and I have this theory that things are placed for us to find them and catch up, like there is no time. And I don't know, like it's a weird concept we have, and who knows if it's right or not, but I like to believe that. So then I thought, oh my God, that's the song. You know, had a few tears and had my coffee and all that sort of stuff. And then I went out to Chadstone because I had to return something I purchased the other day. And, you know, I sort of thought I'll take that back. And Paul had some work to do, so I had to walk around for an hour, and he picked me up after he'd finished his appointment. And so I was walking around and I saw this fabulous smiley bag, and I sort of thought, oh, do I need that? We're not exactly going to Greece or anywhere. I'm going to show it to you. So look, it's a smiley bag. So I was tossing up, will I buy this bag? Won't I buy this bag? You know, all that sort of stuff. I always do that. So I'm sort of looking at it, and I made the decision. I thought, you know what? I'm not going away to Greece. I'm buying a beach bag. And so as I was purchasing it, that song came on. Now we're dancing with the choir. and you're dancing with the crew. You got to listen to it. Download it, American friends. Guy Sebastian's amazing. He's actually one of our voices on the, our judges on The Voice at the moment. He's brilliant. Anyway, so my happiness is that I feel like she was around me today. I miss her every day. I don't think a day goes past, actually, that I don't think of her in some way or another. And I'm very sad she took her life. And so I'd also like to use this video so that if you're a happy person like me, like I generally am pretty happy, but you know, I do have friends out there who aren't happy all the time. It's good to check in on them. How are you? Are you okay? What's going on? Bit of a smiley face, bit of a text message, bit of a message to their Facebook page, anything. Just let them know they're not alone, because some people are in isolation, not, you know, not because of COVID, but because they choose to be alone. And that's not good for people. They need connection. They need to feel loved. So if you know someone like that, or, you know, just look out for it, just be aware of it, because I wish I'd have known about Lisa, because who knows? I don't know where her head was that day, but it was obviously not in a great space. So anyway, hello Lisa up there. I'm so glad she was my friend. I'll tell you a nice thing that happened when my dad passed away. I think I might have told you guys this before, but I'm going to say it anyway because this is Lisa's video today. When my dad passed away, I got hundreds of messages, which were all beautiful, very heartfelt, lovely. The message that meant the most to me was Lisa writing to me. First of all, I think it was maybe even a month later, like of course she wrote the time, but about a month later, you know, when I talk about the rainbows and everything, and on his birthday, I was overseas and a rainbow came up where she was, and she was driving the car. She stopped the car, took a picture of this rainbow and said, I hope I got it, I was driving. And then underneath that, she said, good old Bob. She said, I remember him giving us horsey rides. And she said, I remember your mum's cake tins. And I thought, oh, wow, that's like such a precious memory. And now it's even more precious, and I feel like I haven't got that, you know, I haven't got that old friend. So if you've got friends from when you were 3 and 4 and 5, like all your old school friends, give them a call, catch up, have a lunch, do it. I'll see you tomorrow for Daily Happiness number 25. Lots of love. Bye-bye.